Hello horse friends and welcome to the Imperfect Equestrian. I thought this week maybe you'd like to learn a little bit more about my Appaloosa Comanchie. So let's go learn a little bit about his story, but before that we'll take a barn tour. Let's go have a look around. We've lived on this farm for about 7 months now, and we've made quite a lot of changes both inside the house and outside. This is the large yard area in front of the barn, plenty of space for parking vehicles or turning around. In the barn we keep the trailer, which unfortunately you can see is waiting repairs on the ramp at the moment. And behind that we have all the hay bales. I need to get a new fresh lot, you can see we've nearly run out, and also the rugs and any horse equipment in there. This area used to be a cow shed. We had to remove all the partitions and the horses now use it as a run-in shelter from the yard outside. It's quite large, about 15 foot by 30 foot, and we keep some water in here in case of frosty conditions. There's also some matting on the floor. They have direct access to a hardcore yard outside, which again is a very large area. Out here I keep my muck trailer and any mucking out equipment. The horses have direct access to all the paddocks from here. You can see, there's my house. It doesn't take me long to get to the stables in the morning. I get a lovely view from there of the field with the horses in. We created a track system for the first time this year, using some electric fences to make some paddocks. Let's have a look around. It's our first time doing a track system. It got really muddy in the winter, so we thought it best to save some grass whilst allowing them to have a walk around. In this paddock here, there's actually a well underneath the soil. We're going around the round pen now. Here's an old concrete trough in the corner of the field, it's quite useful. And this is our neighbour's field. Let's carry on. The track goes all the way around the edge. In this corner we can see the top end of our bottom field. It's quite a large field. And here we've got a good view of the back paddocks. Carry on. Here's the big gate to the bottom field. We can see a little more over here from this angle. And we're heading back up towards the yard again. More gates, and if we go through this one, this is the field you often see me doing riding and exercises in. The sheep are in here at the moment. We've just put in a new little foot gate at the bottom for us to get through. We're back into the large field at the bottom, and you can see there's a little shelter in this field. Let's go have a look. It's quite small, it's really for the sheep, but it's just about tall enough for a horse to get in if they want to. There are some beautiful gorse bushes around our farm. Here are the sheep again. Hi sheepies! They're very cheeky creatures. Let's leave them in peace to carry on grazing. See you later sheepies, bye! We're back in with the horses. They're enjoying their hay, how lovely. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of our barn and farm. Now it's time for us to go and get to know Comanchie a little bit better. Comanchie is a 16 one-hand high Grade C Appaloosa gelding. He will be 21 this year on May 26. I've owned Comanchie since he was just 11 months old. Let's go meet his family. Here's Comanchie's mum. She's a 14-2 non-characteristic Appaloosa mare. She's bay, and her name is Wise Bears DC. Here you can see her living in a herd with the other Appaloosa broodmares. This is Comanchie's sire. His name is Fenjay Flyer. He's a bit bigger than Comanchie's sire at 16-1 and very beautifully marked. He comes from a line of skilled show jumpers. Here is Comanchie's grandsire, Rudega Tobias, a grade B show jumper. And here's his great-grandsire, such as Showboat, a grade A show jumper, and his great-great-grandsire, such as Showboy, another grade A show jumper. With all these amazing jumpers in Comanchie's pedigree, you'd think he'd be a grand show jumper, but he's not a big fan of jumping too high. Oh well, neither am I. When I first met Comanchie, he was just 11 months old and a little bit of a biter. He lived in a barn with lots of other Appaloosas the same age as him. You can see he was never without a playmate and showing off his cheeky personality. I think I knew I had a bit of a handful right from the start. I'd originally gone to see Geronimo, the other spotted Appaloosa you see in there, but Comanchie's personality had won me over. Comanchie's pedigree name is Bloxham Tommy because he was born on the birthday of the gentleman who owned the stud, Tommy Smith. Eventually it was time for us to take Comanchie home, and he was kindly brought over to us by Lorraine, who managed the Bloxham herd, and her husband. You can just imagine how excited I was. When he arrived, we popped him in the stable and gave him a little time to explore and settle in before we turned him out into a large pasture. We unfortunately didn't have any equine company for him, so I made sure that I spent lots of time down the stables with him. He also got plenty of attention from the yard owner. We put him through several basic tasks quite quickly. Here I am, giving him a bath for the first time. You can see he's quite a handful, and I had no horsemanship techniques at this point. I'd had horses before, but never a young one. Here he is, having his feet trimmed for the first time. It was a brand new experience for him, and he wasn't too sure about it, to be honest. I'd only just begun my horsemanship journey and hadn't understood anything about preparing a horse for the farrier. I really just expected the farrier to deal with his first experience and do any training in that area. I would tack him up for the experience even though he was too young to ride yet. And we'd practice trailer loading. I would leave food in the trailer in the field to let him load himself as and when he wanted to. Here you can see him being very curious but obviously cautious. He's getting there though. Look at the tension, bless him. And well done, he's in. Over the years, we've been to many different yards and homes and made lots of new friends, equines and people. He's had lots of experiences going on courses and hacking all over the place. We both took up a horsemanship journey, and that lasted, well, his entire lifetime, to be fair. We're still going. But let's take a look at some of the highlights of the journey we're on.
Something to know about sailing and ropes. The tighter you pull, the faster you go. As long as the fine's on your back, then you'll know the horizon is quickly approaching. Something worth saying about loosening up when the wind isn't billowing quite like it was, and your course. Hold your course. Hold your course. Hold your course. There's something to know about riding a bike. Once you learn how to do it, well, you know it for life. That doesn't mean every trip will be fine. Every time there's a chance you might fall. So there's something worth saying about skinning your knee. Nasty and bleeding, though it may be. Now it's a lesson you can easily see, so you know next time how to pedal. What I'm trying to say is biking, no matter how rough, is less about riding than how you get up. Progress is trying and trying tonight to hold your course. Hold your course. Hold your course. Hold your course.
I hope you enjoyed watching Comanche's story. Let me know if you enjoyed it in the comments. Do you have an Appaloosa? What's your horse's story? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss anything from us. See you next time. Goodbye.